The Commissioners Court of Brazos County will meet in regular session on January the 17th, 2023, 10 a.m. in the Commissioners Courtroom, the County Administration Building, 200 South Texas Avenue, Suite 106. First item on the agenda is invocation, pledge of allegiance to the U.S. and Texas flag, and Commissioner Conlon will lead those.
God, in this time where so many challenges happen in our world, I thank you for the hope that you give us. Help all of us in our county and in our state and country to always be well informed and do the right things in our actions and model the behavior that you gave us through your Son. Help us also to glorify you in the decisions we make, and ask your special protection over those who look after us, those men and women in harm's way, our police officers, our military, even those who work in our call centers for 911, our paramedics, EMTs, all those that are looking to take care of us, our firefighters. Lord, please watch over them. I ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Second item on the agenda is call for citizens' input and/or concerns. We have three to speak. Patrick Bach. Patrick.
He wants to go last. Those three.
I just would like y'all to keep the Veteran Treatment Court on your, I guess we'll say, radar. And I'm just asking for you to put us on the agenda at some time. We have 31 of them in the state, and they cover 38 counties. And we're in a zone where it's needed, and I would love to put together a workshop for y'all to better educate everyone on the it's a 97% success rate, and I think that our veterans in the Brazos Valley deserve that, and I'm pretty passionate about it, and I don't know why our workshop was just removed the first time it was promised to us, but I would just appreciate just the time. I know we all keep talking about the necessary people at the table, but I have all that, and I would love to put it together for y'all so we can get moving in a positive direction, because we need it. The suicide rate is not going down, and our veterans deserve it. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. Lonnie Masterson.
Hope y'all are having a good day today. I'm just here to ask that y'all give us a date for the workshop for Veterans Treatment Court, maybe something in March. That way we have time to make sure everybody has the day off on that day. That way we can ensure all these players are at the table. We're just asking for a date. We're not asking for a yes. We're not asking for a promise of any kind of financial support, because we don't need it. We just would like a workshop date so we can start working towards fulfilling that goal. We're going to be here every Tuesday asking for it, like we promised the veterans in this county. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. Brandon Francis.
Thank y'all for letting me speak. Of course, my name is Brandon Francis. I'm a combat vet who served in the Marine Corps. And the past 2 years of my life have gotten better, but the 16 years before that, I can tell you, I did not have the help that I needed, partially because it was not offered to me or available to me. And through that, after I was discharged in 2006, I put myself in a position where a Veterans Treatment Court could have really benefited me. I spent 14 years 14 to 16 years running from my problems, trying to fix them by myself. And ultimately, it led to a 2-year intravenous drug abuse habit, alcohol habit for 16 years. I lost my family. I lost all of my friends. I lost jobs over those 16 years. It was hard for me to hold one down. Had I been allotted an opportunity to be involved in a veterans treatment court back in 2006, those 16 years might not have been as hard as they were. I don't say that because I need any sympathy, because as a matter of fact, in 7 days, I'll hit 1 year completely sober. I've had 1 relapse in 2 years. I'm currently enrolled at Blinn. I've just started my 4th semester. I have a 3.65 GPA. I've made the chancellor's list, the dean's list, all for the architecture program, and I'll be transferring to A&M in June. So I've turned my life around, but it took a lot of people. Patrick, Lonnie, the VA, just people along the way. It took a lot, and it has not been an easy road. Veterans treatment courts could help benefit other veterans and keep them from going through the same stuff that I went through, and maybe put them back on a better path to build their lives rather than keep destroying them for that long. The longer they destroy their lives, the more likely they are to take their lives. Like Patrick said, suicides amongst the veteran community has only been growing and rising. The University of Alabama and the University of Duke are currently doing studies right now that show that it's moving more than the 22 a day that most people hear about. With that, I have a couple things. For one of my English classes, I wrote a research paper involving veteran treatment courts, and author Ron Halverson wrote in an article of the American Journals that said the need for these courts dates all the way back to the Vietnam War. So this isn't something that just surfaced and came out of nowhere. 75% of veterans have been deployed, which is up from 58% of the previous generations. 9/11 vets are twice as likely to have served in combat. And of those vets, 50% have reported experienced traumatic, distressing experiences related to combat, and only a third of them have sought help. For the first couple of years out of service, vets oftentimes struggle with optimism of the future, along with the lack of structure of civilian life, oftentimes creating a feeling of disconnect from family and friends. Another let's see here. Sorry, excuse me. In Brazos County, we have established an alcohol and drug court program. I can tell you personally, because I've sat in AA meetings and I've led AA meetings and things like that. Of those individuals, and you know who they are when they go in there because they have a card and they set it down on the desk for whoever's speaking that day to get signed. Of the almost 6 months of AA meetings that I led personally, 95% of the people that were in there for drug and alcohol court either came in, fell asleep, came in, put headphones in and didn't pay attention, or came in and played on their... Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. John Rhodes.
Good morning. My name is John Rhodes. I'm not real good at public speaking, so this will be short and brief and to the point. I'm a 25-year veteran. I joined right after high school, went to A&M Consolidated. We won state. Confused, didn't want to hit A&M up, so I shot off in the Navy. And I did that until just recently. I retired, and plans were to go back to San Antonio. I did that for a little bit, got involved with some friends that were doing politics, and decided that I thought, helping the veterans was probably the aspect that I felt most comfortable with. And I worked with Tony Gonzalez down there in District 23. I've run and supported VA from El Paso, Valverde, Uvalde, San Antonio, West Side, and I've seen a myriad of different programs for our veterans, and a lot of them, veterans by nature, I think, are hesitant to ask for help, to reach out. And a lot of veterans, like some of the ones you see here, they're self-invoked programs. So this is initiated by veterans, this Commissioners Court. I'm not a subject matter expert on it. I'll leave that to them. But I've seen the benefits and the rewards of having a program such as this in cities such as San Antonio. I've talked to Bill Mulder, who is a Special Forces guy. Unfortunately, he recently passed away 2 years from suicide down in San Antonio. But there are veterans walking up and down these streets that you walk by and you don't know, because a lot of the problems that they don't talk about. They'd much rather talk about the price of oranges at HEB. But that doesn't take away from the underlying fact, there is a serious problem. And these guys have gone through 21 years of my 26 years in the Navy was in a wartime environment, and it weighs on you. And just because you retire and you get to wear a fancy shirt, you know, and not have to put on a uniform every day, it doesn't mean you don't carry that baggage and that it got dropped off once you did your retirement ceremony or once you EAS'd out. So there's a ton of benefits to this program. I'm getting up to speed on it as far as the particulars, but anything that I can do, I'm here to support. I'm back. Brazos County is where I'm going to die. So I'm here for the county, for the city. I love this area, and we've got a exponentially greater number of veterans than what I thought when I first got here a year ago. And so I'm here to help them and here to support the county, the cities, and whatever I can do. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Is there anybody else that wants to speak in the public portion? Okay. We will consider and take action on agenda items 3 through 19. Number 3 is Resolution 23-001 declaring the intention to reimburse certain expenditure with borrowing proceeds.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 4, Resolution 23-002, in support of nominating Commissioner Steve Aldridge to serve on the Policy Committee for the Texas Conference of Urban Counties. Term of appointment is February 1, 2023 to December 31, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
I'd like to thank Steve for being willing to serve. Is this the expired term of Russ? Or is this a new term?
This actually starts a new term.
Okay, so you have to be elected after we nominate you?
Yes, the nomination is a requirement
Yeah.
with the Conference of Urban Counties in order to be considered for election. Thank you.
Okay.
We need to vote.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is approval of appointment of Wanda J. Watson to the BB Board of Directors for the unexpired term ending September 30, 2025.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is approval of appointment of Nancy Berry to the EDC Board of Directors for an unexpired term ending May 31, 2023.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. And on this one, this is where you're sitting at right now, Steve, but we're in an interim right now, and we're going to be looking at trying to hire a new director. And I felt like, I mean, you've been on the EDC board for I think the 6 years that you've been here, and I was planning to do that anyway, but I think whoever's going to be there longer term should be there for the interviews and trying to get somebody hired on as a director.
Yeah, well, Judge, the first thing I heard about this was when I saw it on the agenda, and I assumed that was it. But I guess my question is do we need to take action to terminate my appointment as well as make the appointment? Because I have not tendered a resignation, nor was I aware that this was what we're going to be doing. So do we need to amend the motion to have it be to terminate my appointment to the BVEDC board and to appoint Commissioner Berry for the unexpired portion of my term?
That's probably not a bad idea.
Okay.
So moved.
So to amend the motion to terminate Steve's current appointment and then make an appointment for Nancy. Somebody second that?
That's correct.
Second.
Okay, so, all right, so we'll vote first on the amendment to the motion to terminate Steve's appointment for the remainder, till May, I think. All in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna abstain.
Okay, so it's one abstention. And then we'll vote on the regular motion, which is to approve the appointment of Nancy Berry to the BVEDC Board of Directors for an unexpired term ending May 31, 2023.
Move for approval.
We've already got that.
Got that, okay.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion
Record
carried.
me as an abstention as well. Thank
Okay.
you.
Number 7 is appointment and reappointment of the following Bryan and Brazos County Economic Development Foundation. Term of appointment is January 31 to December 31, January 1, 2023 to December 31, 2024, and the appointment is Chuck Conderman.
And reappointment of Mike Holmgren.
And, yes, that's correct, Mike Holmgren.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is approval of the following job descriptions.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is request from the Public Defender's Office for the following personnel changes in the Texas Indigent Defense Commission grant with the effective date January 23rd, 2023. There's no change to the Indigent Defense Commission's FY 2023 approved budget.
And I move that we approve the decrease in felony defender, job code B 0131-2, and public defender job code B 0131-3, and decrease the misdemeanor defender job code B 0132-2, and increase the felony defender job code B 0131-1.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion.
Yeah, it just, it sounds like we're gonna need to look at, this is all grant money to start out with, but going forward, seems like this is an item in our upcoming budget
Mhm.
that we're gonna get started on for this year. We need to look into this particular situation
Yeah.
relative to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10 is request approval from the Expo to increase pricing on shavings and pellets from $8 per bag to $10 per bag due to the increase in pricing from a vendor.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is approval of agreement 23-026 with Best Western Hotel Premier for Brazos County.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is approval of final plat of Indian Lakes Phase, was it 40?
Mm-hmm.
26.549 acres, Lot 1 through 8, Block 51, 9.97 acre common area and conservation buffer. J.M. Barrera Survey, A69, City of College Station, ETJ, Brazos County, Texas. Sites located in Precinct 1.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is approval of acceptance of roadway, portion of Roughneck Drive, roadway drainage structure for Carrabba Industrial Park, Phase 10A in Brazos County Road Maintenance System, sites located in Precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is consider and take action on Wixon Creek's SUD utility permit to construct a road bore for a 1-inch water line crossing Farrell Creek Road located 5343 southeast of FM 974, precise located precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15 is consider and take action on Wildfire Energy Operations LLC utility permit to lay a temporary 12-inch polyurethane line along the right-of-way of Dillashaw Tap Road, Della Love, Harbor Road, a distance of 1.09 miles. Project will provide water to an oil well. Site's located precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16, tax refund application for the following.
Move approval A through J.
Second?
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17, budget amendments. Budget amendments FY22/23 budget amendments 15.01 through 15.10.
Move for approval.
Second?
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? None motion carries. Number 18 is personnel change status.
Move approval A and B.
Second?
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 19 is payment of claims. Claim to be paid by Brazos County, claim number 8119854 through claim number 8119987, and claim number 9006605 through claim number 9006649.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 20 is acknowledgement of FY 2022-23 budget to actuals as funds as of January 11, 2023, and acknowledgement of the FY 2022-23 contingency budget to actuals as of January 11, 2023. Number 21 is juvenile director's report on inmate population. Linda's not going to be here. I've got it in my packet. There's 31 juveniles, 23 males, 8 females, and 28 on electric monitor. Next is 22 is Sheriff's report on inmate population. Sheriff.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. 641 in custody this morning, 550 men, 91 women. We have 49 on electronic monitoring.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Next is an announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics.
I'd like to congratulate both of our 2 new commissioners for completing their VG Young class for newly electeds, and for doing such a great job of welcoming visiting commissioners and judges into our community. Thank you very much.
Any other interest items or possible future agenda topics? Next item is it's called for citizens' input and or concerns.
I'm Dixie Boland. I'm the mother of Larry Boland. He's incarcerated at Brazos County Jail. Has been since 4/8/21. He was involved in the Kentmore Cabinet incident. We are still asking DA Parsons to do his job. He is paid well by the Brazos County people to hand over evidence. My husband is my son's lawful counsel. You have that right through the Constitution. You do not have to have an attorney, but he refuses to hand over any information. My son has seen very little information, evidence on his own case, and it is his case, his life in everyone's hands. So let's hope and pray DA Parsons does his job, but he is paid well to do. $196,000 a year he is paid. We just recently, last week, had 2 attorneys that stepped down from the case, thankfully. My son fired all 3 corrupt attorneys in April of '21, but all 3 refused to step down. Now 2 out of the 3 have. So we're very thankful for that. And we just recently found out over the weekend, with the Father's blessings, Timothy Jackson Smith, who supposedly was killed at Kentmore Cabinets, was not killed. He is alive and well, thankfully. Hopefully all goes well for him. We all keep him in our prayers. We hope and pray he does the right thing and steps up and admits all of this corruption I've been trying to spread for the last 2 years. He is alive and well. So let's hope and pray all goes well. And D.A. Parsons does his job and we get this over and done with for everyone. We do have open investigations going on in Brazos and Grimes County due to the large corruption. So let's hope and pray all goes well. Thank you all.
Thank you. Any other citizen input and/or concerns? Hearing none, the next item is to adjourn. Thank y'all.
Thank you.